Hi students, my name is Sakesh Shetty from AJIT Engineering College, and today we'll discuss about Pelton wheel velocity triangles, how we can make velocity triangles. Here this is one Pelton wheel bucket. Here the jet strikes center of this bucket. Here you just imagine the jet strikes center of the bucket. And in the previous video the jet strikes tangentially, but here the jet strikes center of the bucket. And here that velocity triangles created at outlet vf2 vr2 is there, and vw2 is there, and u2 is there, vw2 is there. So that is the jet velocity triangles. Here they have drawn that diagram. Before going to that, I will draw one simple diagram related to that. Suppose this here one dam is there. So suppose this is here one dam is there. So water is collected in this dams. Water is collected in these dams. So here one penstock pipes is providing to turbines, water carry the water to turbines, and here the nozzle is connecting, and we'll draw the diagrams here. So the dam, dam, this one water connecting, and here the carrying of water from upstream side to downstream side using penstock pipes. This one, this is nozzles, the nozzles, and here we are providing the runner, and this is the buckets. Water strikes this bucket, water strikes the bucket, and so here I will explain how it is attacking. So when it strikes the, when it strikes the velocity, and it is water is come out from the v2 velocity, this velocity. After it strikes, water is coming out on v2 velocity. So this is we are calling the Pelton wheel. So the in this Pelton wheel number of buckets is more. So here that when it strikes the plate, this bucket is moving. So here we can see the relative velocity, because the bucket is moving. So that reasons relative velocity also create in this. So this is showing like this is way. This is the cut portions. This is the cut portion of the plate. So that time showed here. So here, so that cut portions we are like this cutted like this. So I can arrange here. This is Pelton wheel. This is shaft. So here the bucket is connected. This is a cross section. When jet strikes in, this portion is striking actually. So especially here, this is circular cross section is traveling. So when it strikes the water to the plate, water is come out from this direction, and this direction. So the plate is like this, it's keeping like this, so that here the water strikes this place. So water is storing here, it will passes the pipeline, and some losses takes place. That losses we calling it as head losses or a head friction loss. That is hf, you are calling it as hf is equal to 4f lv square by 2 2g d, 4f l square by 2g. First starting we are getting head proper because water is there in that dam. So how much head is there in that what in that dam, that is called hg, that is called gross head or hg. So after some losses takes place, if you're if you're make minus of this losses, that we are getting net head. So it's having self what velocity, that is because that reasons it's rotating. So u is equal to pi d n divided by 60. D is equal to diameter of the Pelton wheel, diameter of the wheel. u is equal to velocity of the plate, and u1 is equal to initial strikes the plate, and v2 is the outlet velocity of the plate. So un is equal to u2. U1 is equal to this velocity, initial velocity, and u is equal to the plate velocity, and u2 is the outlet velocity. So suppose the Pelton wheel series of bucket is there, series of plate is there. So this bucket I am showing here. So the bucket is placed in series. This mass flow rate we are using, and the water strikes is in that plate. The mass flow rate is mass flow rate mass and rho a v1 mass flow rate. V1 is initial velocity. The water is moving. That is mass flow rate. Water is mass flow rate. Water strikes. That is called rho a. Rho a. So there is not individual plate. The number of series is there. So that reasons. So this number of plate is series is there. So when it strikes here, another plate will come in that place, and another that strikes it to another place will come. So that is series of strikes is there. Plate is there. Using this mass flow rate, jet strikes, that is called rho a v1. So using this mass flow rate, the water strikes, that is using that rho a v1. Relative velocity is vr1, and next if I'm going in detail, so jet strikes initially, that's here centrally. Then this is a splitter. It's dividing that water is two parts. One part is going that part, another one is going that part. So inlet is, there is no any velocity triangles. Why it is? Because the jet strikes centrally, the water is not tangentially strikes. So that reason there is no any velocity triangles is inlet, only outlet velocity triangles is there. So that is the difference. So jet strikes center of the plate. So that reason there is no any inlet triangles, only outer triangles. So if I am doing that one jet, I am here drawing for understanding purpose. I will draw one jet is here. This is jet. The water is moving this direction. That is trying x direction and y direction. In this outlet, in the water is flowing in the velocity, the velocity is traveling. That is called absolutely. That is what we can say the self velocity of this flow. What is next? VR2. VR2. Then after we'll go for inlet velocity. First we'll go for inlet velocity. So which velocity water is flowing? That is called V1. So it's centrally it's striking. That is called V1 is equal to VW1. What do you mean by VW1? VW1 is world component, because when it is water is striking the tangentially, VW1 the component, it becomes component of the original velocity. The original velocity is, that is absolute velocity. So V1 is equal to VW1. It is not tangentially, it's not striking tangentially. That reasons V1 is equal to VW1. So what do you mean by VR1? Which velocity water strikes, that is called relative velocity with respect to this moving plate. So that, so u velocity it's traveling, so that is relative velocity is with respect to u1. vr1 velocity is relative velocity of jet. So always is a part of v1 u1 also part of the v1, v1 also part of the v1, and vr1 also part of the v1. The relative velocity component at inlet. Actually, if water strikes in this or this one, so we are this one. This is relative velocity component. This is we are on one this is the relative velocity component inlet. this is, we can say that one, when water strikes centrally, we can write it VRC1. VRC1 is and VR1 is same U1 and U1 and VRC1. U1 is the direction, this direction, and VRN also going this direction. So this direction is water is moving. Next, so the plate is moving in velocity of V1. The jet is also moving at the V1. The jet's relative velocity is, that is what it strikes the plate, that is, so VR1. If you take it, the V1 is greater than U1, so U1 also striking this plate, so VR1 is equal to V1 minus V1. This is the relative velocity, V1 minus U1, that is the relative, and this one minus this one, we will get this one. If minus this value, this minus will get there. This is relative velocity, this is a component of, we can't get this ones because jet is striking this plate, so we are on component we won't get. If you go for outlet point, this relative velocity, water is coming out from this with respect to moving plate, this is VR2. VR2, the two components is there, one is VF2, one is this direction, another one is this direction, or VRC. Relative velocity this direction, VRC this direction, VR2 this direction. If relative velocity this direction, VR2 also this direction. This angle is where it making, that is phi. So outlet, what is the relative velocity making angle with respect to horizontal? The same velocity, same angle is this making. So if suppose if the water is striking tangentially, so V1 what it makes angle with respect to horizontal, that it becomes alpha. Here it's not, it strikes straight, that's reason alpha is 0. Theta is the relative velocity. Relative velocity also it is inclined, it will also makes an angle, that is equal to theta. Theta is equal to 0 here, because in these two cases is 0, so that reason it becomes straight. So it strikes the center. So then is V2. Then absolute velocity it comes out. Absolute velocity means that is self velocity. So it comes out, so it makes an angle, that is beta. Here two component is there, one is V2, two component is, one is VF2 one component, and VF2 is components of VR2 and V2. VW2 is V2, the component of V2. VF2 and VW2 is component of V2. VR2 the VF2 and VR2 VW are 2, the component of the VR2. So U2 is moving this direction, outlet plate velocity, and VW2 is, the direction is this direction, it's moving. U2 is greater than VW. And one more case, relative velocity tangential direction, this direction, VRC, this one, VW, VR, VW, VRC, VRW, or U2 minus VW to VW2 negative, and this one it becomes this one, U2 plus VW2, though this direction, opposite direction. If it is goes this direction and this also this direction, this one. So that reason it makes two components. Relative velocity component is there, VRC, and it becomes this one. Here relative velocity's component is, it is a part of, this is VW1. So it will go for next we'll go for derivation. U1. So it becomes it becomes tangent and it becomes angle, that is called angle of deflection. So the fluid is in which how much angle it deflected, that is in the angle of deflection. Mass flow rate or mass, so mass flow rate or fluid is traveling in which how many angles it's deflected, how much angle it's deflected, that is called angle of deflection. So first we need to find out work done, how much force is exerted, that in that Pelton wheel, that we can Fx is equal to mass flow rate, initial velocity in x direction in which water is striking. So the plate is what is placed here, that is in it's in that is in series. So one jet strikes is one series and another plate will comes in that place, so it is in series that place. So f ex in mass flow rate, it's direction, that is called rho a v1. V1 is the velocity, that is absolute velocity z, that's not a relative velocity. So we can write kg per meter cube. Area is meter square, velocity in meter per second. So this kg per meter cube, so meter cube per second. So it becomes rho a1 and initial velocity, this is the relative velocity I v dx, this is the relative velocity in x direction. This using this relative velocity will this jet strikes is in the moving plate with respect to moving plate, that is vr1, initial velocity vr1. Final velocity in x direction, its curve after it goes x direction, which velocity after its which velocity to come, that is vrci, this one, that is also relative velocity. We are not taking this vwt and u2, we are not taking this v2 vr2, this is vr2 is inclined, this angle is inclined with respect to psi. What we need to take, x direction is relative velocity, the relative velocity components, that is vrc, relative velocity component, we need to take vrc. Then fx is equal to rho vr1 minus vrc. What is vr1? So vr1, we take vr1 is equal to v1 minus u1. So we already discussed vr1 is equal to vw1 minus u1, so we can write it. So here rho a v1 vw1 minus vrc, how we can write it, vrc, that is u2 plus vw2. So we can write fx is equal to rho a v1 vw1 minus u1, negative, that it becomes positive, that is vrc, the direction is, so here I want to explain one more thing. So vrc, this, so vrc is going to opposite direction, so it is going opposite direction, so it becomes minus c, sorry, it's a small correction is there. So that means then it becomes positive here, so please the small correction is there. Next vw1 minus u1, this is becomes plus, and this is then it becomes, so vw1 minus u1, the final equation, vw1 minus u1 plus u2 vw. So this is cancelling each other, so fx is equal to rho a v1 vw1 minus vw2. So this is the related velocity triangles. When it is becomes beta is less than 90 degree, so plate is this, it curves is there, so water is comes down to beta is always less than 90 degree. Plate is this direction is there, curve is there, so when water strikes always beta is less than the 90 degree. So this is in positive sign. So sometimes, so the plate is we in the different shapes is there. So sometimes the plate is this direction, water is coming this strikes, water is in this direction. So always 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 sometimes the VOW2 will changes, beta is less than the 90 degree, so it's always less than the 90 degree. So absolute velocity jet is comes out, so always the beta is less than the 90 degree, always that reasons it becomes positive. Why? Because the reason is because plate is like this way. So when water is come out from this, that is what it makes angle, that is always less than the it will always not more than the 90 degree. Not 90 degree and not more than the 90 degree. So that is always, that is comes positive. Fx is equal to rho a1. Then we need to remove that work done. So how much works it has done, that is work done per second. That is unit is joule per second. Joule is Newton meter per second. So that is Newton meter per second. So how much work has done it as in per second. So that is work done per second. Newton in force, that is Fx, and then which velocity it's moving, that is Fx into which velocity it's moving, Fx into u. In which velocity, meter per second in velocity, Newton is a force, and meter per second which velocity it's moving, that is u. And that is work done per second, that is work done per second, it is equal to force, the rho a v and vw1 plus vw2 into u. Force is equal to Fx into u. Fx is equal to rho a vv and vw1 plus vw2 into u. This is work done per second, that is we can call it as power. So now also power. And this force, how much power is exerting in that this strikes. So the plate is connected to Pelton wheel. So work done per second, work done per second, weight of what? Work done per second. So weight of water strikes per second. So rho a v1 vw1 plus vw2 into weight of water strikes, because we need to find out the weight. So it means if you not weight, we need to find the mass flow rate is there. So mass flow rate is what? So what is the mass flow rate of jet? So rho a v1. So if I multiply in g, that it becomes weight flow rate. This cancel. Work done per second. If I divide in this one, it becomes unit weight. If it is removed from the unit weight of water, unit weight of water per second, how much work done is the Pw1 plus Pw2 into U into G. That is the answer. That is if you want to. So here some confusion is there, but because water is not striking sides, so that reason we need to. So that reason is how it is velocity triangles it makes. So this one we need to know. So water strikes the center. What is the use of that water strikes the center? So this is VRC1. So VRC1 it's not, and it's VRC1 and V1 is a component of this one, and U1 also component of that one. So that reasons the triangles in, this is the triangles. So this is the difference. So suppose your jet is like this. So when it strikes, if it is strikes this one, what happens? The angle is alpha. So the relative velocity is vr1, and this one it becomes vrc. So here, and this is angle minus theta. If it is, if when its water strikes here, what happens? This will all becomes this way, vrc, vr1. So vr and vrc is same. So this one v1 is striking this direction, so that reason it becomes component. Here there is no, but here it strikes in straight direction, so there is no component in that. It's when it strikes straight, there is no component. Here this is strike inclined component, inclined, it's acting inclined direction, so there is a lot of components. The vrc1 is there, v1 is there. Here the jet strikes in straight direction, so there is no any component related to that one. So that is the difference between that one, and that's a so that reason here there is no any component, because it just strikes in straight direction. So that is the difference.